วัสดีค่ะ Dr.Srowcha รัตนพี NNL Watching News Bulletin. Prime Minister General Dr.Srowcha is inviting members of the general public to show their loyalty and gratitude to members of the royal family. On the auspicious occasion of the 70th anniversary of accession to the throne of His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej, the Prime Minister said all Thais should contribute to the society as a way to demonstrate their loyalty to His Majesty. He said His Majesty the King has worked assiduously to help farmers who are considered the nation's backbone, as well as improve the quality of Thai rice. Thanks to His Majesty, a number of successful agricultural projects have been initiated, such as the Rice Experimental Project, a model rice mill in the Tilada Villa, and the famous Rice Bank project. He said the cabinet this past week agreed to give the name Father of the Rice Research and Development to His Majesty in recognition of his great contribution to the development of Thai rice. As this upcoming July the 4th will be the royal birthday of Her Royal Highness Princess Chulapon Walailak, the Prime Minister said that the Princess' courageousness for her country and people spans in many areas, including science and technology and public health. The Princess plays a vital role in research and development and knowledge creation in the fields of science, technology, environment and healthcare services, with the ultimate goal of improving the well-being of her subjects. The Royal Thai government has sent representatives to the United Nations to inform the latter of the current political situation in Thailand. Prime Minister and head of the National Council for Peace and Order, General Dr.Srowcha, said Thai representatives had travelled to the United Nations to clarify its stance on the country's political transition. The United Nations was informed of the upcoming public referendum, which is scheduled for August 7th, the draft constitution, and the general election, which will take place next year. The Prime Minister went on to congratulate Kazakhstan on being chosen at the plenary session of the United Nations General Assembly and thanked the countries that had voted for Thailand. Thailand's campaign for the seat was aimed primarily at fostering tighter relations with all countries, and that Thailand looks forward to building long-term relations with all countries in trade, investment, and through cultural exchanges. The National Legislative Assembly, or NLA, has approved the Public Procurement Draft Act during its weekly meeting. The NLA, sitting chaired by its president, Mr. Ponpet Wishicholeshai, accepted in principle a draft act concerning public procurement proposed by the cabinet. The bill passed with 166 lawmakers voting in favor, while 3 members abstained. The legislature also appointed a 23-member committee to study the draft and make an appropriate revision in a 60-day timeframe. The NLA also voted 166-1 to pass the Tourism Business and Tour Guide Draft Act into law. The move is hoped to uplift the standards of tourism. The country's main revenue comes from tourism. According to the Ministry of Tourism and Sport, who submitted the bill, tourism is a large market and has great potential to grow. Therefore, tourism businesses must improve their services in order for Thailand to remain competitive. Thai officials have been summoned to discuss national security-related matters, with aviation and human trafficking being the main topics. The government's committee in charge of the mobilization and the reform of the public administration convened a meeting with related agencies to follow up on the recent efforts to improve the country's aviation safety standards and to eradicate illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing activities. The meeting was chaired by Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Defense, General Prawit Wongsuwan. The committee was informed that a group of aviation experts from CAA International will be hired to inspect the standards of aviation companies seeking a license. CAA International is a leading, globally recognized aviation consultancy and is a wholly owned subsidiary of the UK Civil Aviation Authority. In terms of IUU fishing, representatives from the European Union will be sent to Thailand to discuss with Thai officials the enforcement of fishing regulations in Thai waters. And there are a large number of Thai youngsters participating in gambling as the 2016 UEFA European Championship, or Euro 2016, is currently taking place in France. And earlier today, our correspondent Kun Surapan Lautaranari talked to Police Colonel Grisana Patanajaran, the deputy spokesperson of the Royal Thai Police, about the matter.
All right. Well, first I'd like to talk about the causes of youth gambling. Why did you think so many school students participate in gambling?
So thank you for asking this question. As you might be aware, gambling is a social problem that needs attention from various concerned parties if our goal is to eradicate this problem. As for the causes of gambling among the youngsters, particularly school students, they gamble basically just to win money, just for fun, for social reasons, for excitement, or just to have something to do. There are also several factors that contribute to gambling, particularly the advent of mobile phone technology. If you compare what happened back in the past, where they had to go to the gambling den and then they had to put real money in it, but nowadays they can do gambling just fingertips. They can easily transfer the money electronically. So that's the factors that contribute to gambling nowadays.
Mm-hmm. So I understand that the police have established an anti-gambling center to crack down on gambling related to the Euro 2016. So could you talk a bit about the center's activities and progress so far?
Yeah, sure. Here at the Royal Thai Police headquarters, we set up the main center to crack down on gambling, particularly for Euro 2016. The center is used to monitor both online and offline gambling activities nationwide. We also deploy police officers to collect data and arrest facts in order to analyze the facts so that the police executive can use that data to make the decision accordingly. At the regional level, we also set up the similar centers as the ones that we have here at the local stations to locally and monitor gambling activities. Since day one, we managed to arrest more than 6,000 offenders there. We also apply many types of acts legislation in order to deal with gambling, particularly the Anti-Money Laundering Act, in order to deal with the financier and the kingpins behind the scandal.
Mm-hmm. So gambling in Thai society is fairly a complex issue that requires a lot of cooperation. And how can other parts of society or other institutions contribute to the eradication of gambling besides law enforcement?
This is a very important question because, as you have said earlier, apart from enforcement part of it, we do need cooperation from other concerned parties, such as family members, teachers, schools, and universities there. And as a family member, for instance, they look at the how the parents behave. If you behave properly, then they are unlikely to go on gambling. However, if they got time at school, they tend to socialize with their friends. As I mentioned just now, one of the causes of the problem being that they just do it for social reasons, or they just don't have anything to do. Let's say, for example, if you have in a group of 5 friends there, and all your friends next to you are talking about football match, talking about football gambling, it's only you that you don't do gambling, then you are ready to do that for social reasons. Then very important when you go to school, you've got to make sure that your children and your kids stay away from these sort of persons. Then you've got to basically educate them. And as far as the police is concerned, we do not want to put them behind bars. What we want to do, we want to do the prevention part of it.
Mm-hmm. And lastly, for today, do you have any advice for our younger audience out there on how to avoid gambling?
As I mentioned just now, there are so many reasons why they go for gambling. One being that they want to get money. You never get rich from gambling. It's not a good way for investment, and it's against the law here. Once you get addicted to gambling, it's very difficult to give up. And then we also need cooperation from other parties concerned, such as the universities or schools, and particularly how to educate them to stay away from gambling. And if you've got any tip-off to report to police, so please do so. We've got the police call center at number 1599, or even just call us the number 191. We operate 24/7 basis.
All right. So that would be all for today, sir. So Police Colonel Grisana, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure. Thank you.
สวัสดีครับ
And that's it for the first segment of the program. Don't go away.
Now that we are together as one, the dreams of 600 million people may come true.
We have to respect every woman and every child as a person and have a full human rights and no violation whatsoever.
If we combine that resources with research and technology, it will improve our life quality and our economy a lot.
So we open to each other more, and media play a very vital role. This is what I want to see. I want to communicate more. I want to know more about you.
These are the voices to remind us that today we, all the people of ASEAN, are the center of this great community. ASEAN, the people-centered community.
The drought often hits. Here comes the flood. Since nature has changed, but if we understand, smart irrigation can solve. Smart irrigation for food security. Zero hunger. See you there.
Pad Thai. Created from Thai wisdom, used to be served on banana leaf, and the banana tree is used for practicing Muay Thai. Muay Thai was trained in the temples, which can be found on the mountains, in the caves, or on the water, everywhere, just like Pad Thai. There are thousands of other stories to discover. Discover your amazing stories in Amazing Thailand.
Welcome back to the program. You're watching News Bulletin. The Commerce Ministry believes Thailand 4.0 will make the country a high-income nation. Speaking at the NBT World Forum hosted by the National News Bureau of Thailand, or NNT, Swinmetin See, Deputy Minister for Commerce, said the implementation of Thailand 4.0 approach will bring sustainability and prosperity to the nation. It also aims to enhance the nation's human resources and close the gap in the society. Unskilled and low-skilled labor will have to be injected with knowledge, expertise, and high skills.
It's about reform in our people, the quality of our people via the educational reform, and enhancing the more effective learning society for our new generation. So this is a kind of reform in action. Actually, if we can put this three together, and via the mechanism of Pacharat, or they call it state of people, but I call it the collaboration, the collaboration between the private people, civil society, and the public sector, hand in hand together, and have a direction in mind, have a target, the milestone in mind. I think this should be achieved. Something should be achieved within a year.
Should Thailand 4.0 policy be successfully implemented, Thailand will soon become a high-income nation, he said, adding that Thailand must adopt new innovation in agriculture and the industrial sector in order to increase the ability to compete. The forum was also joined by Tamlong Singtongam, Deputy Director General of the Government Public Relations Department. The Sahag Group Fair 2016, which is taking place at the Queen Sirikit National Convention Centre, has been well received by the general public. It is the 20th time the fair is being held. More than 1,000 shops are offering quality products to consumers. Visitors can expect to find a wide range of products including cosmetics, stylish, clothes, shoes, leatherware, sports, equipment, home decor accessories, appliances, food and beverages. And visitors can also indulge themselves in discounts and special offers. Sahag Group Fair 2016 will be held until Sunday, July the 3rd, and doors open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Visitors are advised to take MRT to the Queen Sirikit National Convention Centre, as road congestion can be expected on the last day of the fair. The Ministry of Transport is set to regulate the safety of transport trucks by requiring them to be equipped with a global positioning system with GPS within the next 3 years. Deputy Transport Minister Omsin Chiwapruk has hosted a seminar with transport truck operators with the aim of raising their safety standards. In his address, Mr. Omsin emphasized the Transport Ministry's intention to ensure the utmost safety of all trucks on the road and to minimize the number of accidents involving such vehicles through the implementation of the Road Safety Strategy for 2017 to 2021. Under the strategy, more than 1 million trucks which have been registered with the Department of Land Transport will need to be installed with a GPS system within the year 2019. Otherwise, the operator will not be able to renew their vehicle registration. Once equipped with a GPS system, truck drivers will be easily monitored for their driving behaviors. Any violation of traffic laws will subject the driver to a warning for the first offence and harsher penalties such as suspension and revocation of a driving licence for repeated offences. After driving for 4 consecutive hours, the drivers must also take a break for at least 30 minutes before proceeding. Different agencies in Nakhon Pathom province have opened a blue flag fair as a treat for consumers wanting to save on prices. The fair is being held in front of the Phra Pathom JD. Governor Chachai Uthaipan presided over the opening ceremony. The event is a collaborative effort by the Commerce Office of Nakhon Pathom, the Nakhon Pathom Chamber of Commerce and product distributors. The event brings together 68 participating producers. Fairgoers can shop for products at special prices. All items are discounted by 20 to 40%. And visitors can also take home freshly cooked dishes offered by 10 food suppliers, joining the Commerce Ministry's Budget Food Project. The fair concludes today on July the 3rd. For now, it's time for a short break. We'll be right back with more news, so please stay tuned on the program.
I feel that ASEAN has a lot of milestones and also a lot of challenges.
I firmly believe that ASEAN integration will actually bring more opportunities for us, especially the young people.
They are the hope of nations.
Opportunity for ASEAN, it means that giving the opportunity for all of the country, the equal opportunity in order to improve the prosperity, economy.
They are the great power of nations.
Education opportunities. Why is it important? Is because it will increase employment opportunities. So when you have employment opportunities, people with education actually have jobs and can contribute back to their countries.
I am dreaming to see a participation not just inside the ASEAN but to the world.
With the objective of making citizens the center of integration, the empowerment of ASEAN youths is imperative to the strength of the entire region. ASEAN, the community of opportunity.
It was the time fish would come to us. The world has turned, and now we must travel far on the ocean free. Moments pass, left only sky and sea. So sail on unto the ocean's breast. The sailor's test is sun and storm is high, but never tire should gifts of bounty fill the trawler's till I dance in thanks to thee.
Don't trust anyone who says, "Trust me." Who's ever earned your trust? I have a friend. He's Thai. He leads a simple life. He finds joy in simple pleasures. He's sincere. He takes to heart the Buddhism belief of using reason and doing good. He follows the King's sufficiency economy theory that advises self-reliance, living without greed and being content with what you have. He shares with others. He takes care of his foreign friends like they're part of his family. And when he's upset, he compromises. He smiles even when faced with obstacles. If you're looking for a friend, what kind of friend would you like? A friend who's ready to lend a hand. A friend that you can be yourself. A friend who smiles at you with sincerity. Trust me. Trust Thailand.
Back, you're watching News Bulletin. With Thai municipality has sent out disaster prevention and mitigation officials to the Downtown area to deal with the possible return of heavy rains. A thunder shower that shook to Thai submerged several houses in the municipal area. The drainage water took several hours as sewers were blocked by garbage. Flood prevention and cleanup teams have sent out to the municipal market and the bridge over Sagakrang River, along with the two large water pumps to cope with a new round of downpour. Emergency officials are closely monitoring the situation and are ready to help residents in flood-prone areas. A robot competition has been held with an aim to uplift STEM education in Thailand. SE Education Public Company Limited hosted the iKids International Youth Robot Competition, or YYRC Thailand 2016, at Seagon Square in Bangkok. The competition was divided into 4 categories, including soccer robot, STEM mission game, art sports mission, and creative robot. The competition was designed to help the country enhance STEM education. STEM education is an approach that integrates knowledge from 4 fields comprising science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Winners of IYRC Thailand 2016 will represent Thailand at the International Youth Robot Competition to be held in Daejeon, South Korea from August 10th to 14th. Thai Muslims are traveling back to their hometown to celebrate the upcoming Eid al-Fitr festival. Train stations in the southern province of Yala is packed with Muslim passengers who are making their way back to their hometown ahead of Eid al-Fitr. the festival breaking of the fast. It is an important religious holiday celebrated by Muslims worldwide that marks the end of Ramadan. Security personnel, including police officers, have been deployed at all stations to ensure safety of the passengers. Other provinces such as Pattani and Narathiwat are also gearing up for the festival. Checkpoints have also been set up in all restaurant areas and locations where security units are required to check all vehicles and people going in and out of business areas. And now it's time for ASEAN news segments. And durian is not only a popular fruit for people living in South Asia, but is even heralded by the king of fruits. And in Cambodia, Kampot province is the most famous place where durian is grown. And Kun Prapamon Aryaswat visited there to see and test this durian for herself, and she brings us the story.
Kampot is located 148 kilometers away southwest of Phnom Penh, the capital city of Cambodia, and is one of the fast-growing areas in the country, and is currently seeing a lot of development. Other than Phnom Penh and Siem Reap, many other areas in Cambodia haven't modernized all that much, but Kampot is seeing lots of business investments, commercial buildings popping up, and there is an abundance of shops, hotels, and restaurants abound. Also, the mountainous landscape is quite lovely, and there are interesting tourist attractions and a main river flowing through the city, which helps add lovely ambience to the setting.
Kampot is very well known to many foreign visitors, since there are many tourist attractions like Bokor Mountain, which is one of the popular places to visit in Cambodia. And there are more reports and guest houses being built. Many people say that best quality durian is in Kampot. We export durian to Vietnam and other countries as well.
Once you visit Kampot, one thing you should not miss is the most popular local fruit, durian, which is locally known as durian Kampot. Originally, it was told that their strain of the fruit was brought from Thailand's Chani variety of durians. Now, after being grown in different climates for several decades with foreign water and soil, the original strain has been changed, and those who are durian fanatics can detect a distinct flavor that is specific to the fruit grown in this region.
Around 1960, a famous Kampot lady brought durian seed from Thailand to Kampot and produced it here. Since that time, the Kampot durian is very famous in Cambodia because it is produced without chemical substances and infertile as well as suitable geographical lands. That's why Kampot durian is very famous and unique.
The durian in Kampot is similar to Thai Chani species, and it tastes sweet like Thai durian, kind of the Thai Gan Yao, a popular Thai variety. Now, it's true that some don't quite love the sweet, rich, and creamy flavor, and it's true that the smell can be powerful. But if you are someone who really appreciates durian, then you should make the journey to Kampot. If you have been to the same places in Cambodia and want to see something a little different, Kampot offers a great selection of tourist attractions. And if you are a foodie who has a passion for local fruits, especially Kampot durian, make sure to pay this area a visit. Camera work by Kitisak Wanapop. I am Papamun Arayasukhawat for NBT World.
And that's all the time we have for the news for this hour. Thank you very much for watching us. For more information, you can log on to thainews.prd.go.th/en. I'm Dr.Srowcha รัตนเพียร สวัสดีค่ะ